Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Sammy United People's TV. What day is it? 3rd of December. We're cracking on with the next quiz towards the end of today's show. The third giveaway. You know what we're going to be doing every single day during December. When we're live, we're going to do one of these fun quizzes. And today we're going to run through the latest United news. Going to run through Ahmad's conversation with Sky Sports and Mbumo's on sort of the problems of United's dressing room and how maybe it's slightly better from the horse's mouth. We'll also speak about Casemiro and Maguire, United's Christmas party, a bloody big opportunity in the Premier League. Honestly, it feels like we're kind of going to be saying this most weeks. I'll be totally honest. That's just the way that the league is going this season. And running through the latest news, and you'll let me know what you think in the chat, as you always do. Let me see who's here from the mods and the members and everybody else. Say hello. Let's go on with today's show. I was thinking, the studio's looking pretty damn good, isn't it? If I do say so myself. I think it's probably the best it's looked. The new camera's helping. But the setup, I'm very happy with it. Alex, good morning to you. Carl, good morning to you. JC, I can see you there as well. Who else have we got down here? We've got Sam Turner, the first winner. I'm going to get your prizes sent out. I'll try it later today. I will. Now, I'm not sure if this is an old ghost. Is that Nuruddin down there? Because if it is, welcome back, because it's been a long time. Josh, good morning to you. We've got Teresa, we've got Steve, Chris, we've got Smee, and some non-members as well. Say hello. We've got Official Choco, we've got John, Andrew, Zaris, Mickey, and Siegs. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, he's nice and Christmassy. He's nice and Christmassy. I'm feeling a bit festive this year. I'll be honest. I don't particularly normally. Well, not this early. I suppose it's different when you've got to get your studio set up for the 1st of December. Oh, yeah, the Christmas colour scheme. Forgot about that. One sec. This is supposed to be the colour scheme for the lunchtime videos. But for the live shows, it's the Christmas colour scheme. Now it's feeling festive up in here. Man, the line looks good. Yeah, come on, the football balls. They even decorate the bloody tree. Although the tree is way bigger than I thought it was. You can't actually fit the whole thing in. You can't see it either, but underneath the Christmas tree, got all the... In fact, I'll take a photo of it because the zoom should work on this camera now. All right. There you go. Oh, you can't even see him. Well done, Sam. Look. Underneath the Christmas tree. Yeah, I hurt my finger. Let me off. Got all the posters wrapped up. Ready to go for everyone. Should we get on with today's show? Probably. Waffling a little bit. It's all good fun. Did anybody see what's going on over in Nice? Josh Bruno's hiding up there. Something's behind my head, actually. Where is he? There you go. Literally behind my head. Right there. Anyway. Anyone see what's going on with Nice? It's a bit mad. Right? I was trying to get my head around it yesterday. But this is what the reports are saying. At Nice training ground, a couple of days ago, 400 fans were waiting for the team when they returned from Lorient after their 6th straight defeat. Fans got on the bus to confront the players. A couple of the players were beaten up. The sporting director was hit as well. There was racial abuse, spat on, punched multiple times. Boy, that kind of sounds like... You know what happened at Sporting when their training ground got invaded? And I think that was where, soon after that, loads of the players left the club. And then the year after was when Ruben Amorim took over. Something like that. Feels like something similar is going on at Nice. Whew. That's tasty. Someone down there saying that's a French league for you. I wouldn't really say it's a French league. I wouldn't really say that Ineos done a good job at Nice either. Let's be honest. It sounds a bit nutty. Just random. Right, let's go through the news. And honestly, it does feel like most weeks we're going to be saying similar things. It just so happens to be that Man United's schedule means that we're playing on the Monday, this Monday, and the following Monday. So we're playing last. So we know the opportunities that are in front of us before we play. Last night, Spurs and Newcastle. Anybody watch the game? I watched a fair amount of it. That overhead kick from Romero just made me laugh. It's like slow motion when it went in. But Spurs, last minute equaliser, drawing 2-2. Newcastle dropping 2 points. Spurs dropping 2 points. I didn't expect Bournemouth to lose at home to Everton. You know what I didn't realise? I obviously haven't been keeping close attention to Bournemouth's results because they've lost like 4 out of the last 5 games. I thought they were above us in the table. They're only 14th now. They lost at home to Everton. And that game was absolutely bonkers. Man, I was begging Fulham to get that equaliser. All in all, right? Manchester United have been given more opportunities, and 2 teams who are above us both play each other tonight. Brighton against Villa. Like, lads. It's the exact same sort of situation as what Everton was last week. Don't do it twice. Do not do it twice. Because West Ham have the playbook. They don't have to go to Old Trafford thinking, what can we do to beat United? Everton just laid it all in front of them. Get a goal. Defend your box. Done. United really struggled to break down a deeper low block. But United can't let them get into that situation. Right, you look at this. I think we've spoken about this before. But these are the ratings of the next 6 games. The lower down you are, the easier your games are. So according to Opta, Liverpool have actually got the easiest next 6 games. And Villa have got the hardest 6 next games. So Villa are above us currently. Sunderland are above us. Who else is? Brighton, City, Chelsea, Arsenal, I think. Probably. I know we're like 8th or 9th. There's probably more than that. All in all, United down here, 3rd easiest set of fixtures. Newcastle dropping points. Spurs dropping points. Brighton and Villa. You never know, they might draw. You might get 2 drop points for both of them. Just take advantage of it, lads. Take advantage of it. Like, you know that West Ham are going to play this game exactly how Everton played that. I'll be honest, like, Everton were just the better footballing team. It wasn't as if they got a scrappy goal and then just sat in their own box. They didn't at all. They were the better player, but a better team before they went down to 10 men. And a better team after. Right. Yeah, of course we could lose at Wolves. We could lose against West Ham. Let's be totally honest. Doesn't matter that we've gone and ended the curse away at Crystal Palace when you're playing West Ham at home, because, yeah, that could always change. Does Todibo still play for West Ham? I think he does. Was it Mavropanos? I don't know who the other centre-back is. I don't know who West Ham's team... Should we have a look at who West Ham's team was for their last game? I couldn't bloody name it. West Ham results. I know Paqueta started because he got sent off. Bowen started, presumably. Mavropanos. They play with back 3. I didn't even realise. Areola, Magassa, Todibo. There he goes over there. Juve, I'm going to speak about him in my preview a little bit later, but he's definitely someone to watch. Wan-Bissaka, Fernandes and Potts in midfield. Paquette has been sent off. Callum Wilson, Jarrod Bowen. Who's on their bench? Fulkrug, he's going to get sent away. Thomas Soucek, he'll probably start. Man, it's such an uninspiring team. But yeah, Todibo did start then. Apparently so. Dazzy saying I expect Mbeumo. I expect everybody to be better, right? I'll tell you what we'll do before we start speaking about all the news. I suppose this is news. Player of the month vote is out. Let's get a poll up and let's see who you think. Start a poll. Who is your player of the month? You've got Ahmad. You've got Dilic. And you've got Bruno. Honestly, for me, I'd like to give it to Dilic Not really as a reflection of how incredible I think he was in November, although he did actually get the late winner against Spurs too. I think he really kind of deserves the recognition for the season that he's been having so far. I don't think there's like a standout between those three. I mean, I suppose you could give it to Bruno, and you could give it to Ahmad. Like someone down there saying Bruno's been too quiet. Like, dude, he's got 4 assists in his last 4 Premier League games. I think he's been named. Well, he was named Premier League Player of the Week. I'd probably give it to De Ligt, just because I want to see him get recognition for the season that he's having so far. That's what I think. Rex is saying, morning all. Has anyone seen the Athletic article from Whitwell about the emotional Jim Ratcliffe and Ruben Amorim providing a tumultuous season? No, I haven't read that bit. We'll speak about Andy Mitten's article on Luke Shaw. Alvaz is saying Ahmad's been poor in your opinion. Ahmad's also been shifted positions, let's be honest. He's played left 10, then right 10 sometimes, then right wing back. I don't think that's particularly helped him. But yeah, Ahmad hasn't been, I suppose, like he was away at Liverpool, for example, where Ahmad was fantastic and obviously Mbeumo got the goal after 1 minute. Yeah, I'll give it to De Ligt out of those three. And judging by the poll, we've got 67% of votes are in so far. You're saying De Ligt too. So good. Nice is last in the Europa League table. Ineos masterclass. Yeah, I'm sure that's Ineos' fault. I still stand by what I said previously, that I do think that they're going to sell Nice at some point. But apparently Diego Leon might be going on loan there in January. Nice situation for you to go into, lad. Right? As you're saying, De Ligt is the only correct answer. Well, we'll see. But it would get my vote. Now, yesterday I did kind of a slightly different video to usual, really. I just wanted to do a video in support of Yoro. Has he been playing that badly? I don't think he's been developing this season. I know the Everton game, I spoke about how risk-averse he was. The Crystal Palace game, obviously, he made a mistake. I wouldn't really say that I've been watching every game thinking, oh my God, what's Yoro doing? In the same way that maybe it's a bit more apparent with Dorgu or with Delo because you're looking at your wing-backs, you're looking at the weakness of the system. But anyway, I just did a video yesterday in support of him. I don't expect Yoro to watch the video in any way, shape or form. But it's the sort of thing that I think it's good for a community like ours to do. Because it might make a difference. It probably won't. Let's be totally honest. Anyway, I fully expect him to come through this little rough patch in the same way that he came through the rough patch after that game against Southampton last season. It's only his 3rd start that game. And everyone was sort of pounced on him, wasn't it? And then a month later, he's taken his first ever penalty at the Emirates. Scores it. And probably for the rest of the season, I think Yoro was our best player. John, I don't know. You come in here act like, why does he need our support? So soft, these players these days. Well, I've got honestly, mate, I've got absolutely no idea whatsoever. None, not even one hint of an idea as to why players might need the support fans these days. Can somebody try and find me a yeah, probably that one, mate. Now, what dumbass thing to say, dude. You say some weird shit. Yeah, it's got my backup. It's part and parcel of the modern football fan culture. Hey, look, I do it as well. No, I don't do this, by the way. But I take the piss out of rivals. When they balls up, I love a good meme. Everyone does it. It's kind of part and parcel of it. And it probably affects those players as well negatively. But of course it happens to United players significantly too. Probably more so in balance compared to other teams. So you've got to come out and support your players, and especially when they're young. That's just what a dumbass, like, ignorant comment, dude. Seriously. Why come out in support of your players? My head is gone. My head is in Mars, people. My head is in Mars. Anyway, hey, look, you want to talk about a player that I've criticised heavily? Luke Shaw. Right? Maguire's probably the one where I've done it more. I think I kind of reined it in a little bit after Maguire. I went in ham on Maguire more than anybody else. I've criticised. Have I criticised Shaw? I think I've been so burned and frustrated, with Shaw's fitness record over such a long period of time that I can't really look at him in the United shirt in like a fair way anymore. I don't know the right way to describe it. Like I think the thing that switched it in my head with Luke Shaw was the whole England situation, like not playing for United really for the whole season, getting fit to play for England at the Euros, and then being out again for another 3-4 months. I think that really frustrated me. But to Luke Shaw's credit, right? To Luke Shaw's credit, he's been fit this season. He's started 13 games. Yesterday, Crystal Palace was his 300th Premier League game. You know, the nuts thing is that Bruno's got more Premier League appearances, I think, than Luke Shaw has in a Manchester United shirt in less than half the time. Kind of goes to show, like, the problems that he's had. But I just wanted to show you this video. Listen to Mbumo in this video, by the way, in like 18, 19 seconds towards the end. This is just a little presentation that happened. And I quite like these presentations. Like, one happened for Bruno's, was it 100th goal that he scored for the club? I think so. They also seem to do this like for every birthday. They're trying to make the working environment of Carrington a far better and an enjoyable place to be. Things like this, we call them marginal gains. Well, not marginal gains, it's just good management. Anyway, just listen to the first 20 seconds of this.
It's a fantastic achievement to play 300 games in the Premier League, never mind play for Manchester United. So congratulations, Luke. Everyone's really proud, so congratulations.
You can't see it there. Got to do it again. And Bumo's just sitting there going, yeah, yeah. One more time. Anyway, made me laugh. I just wanted to have a conversation about Shaw. Right, there's an article from Andy Mitten. Speaks about the details, said that quite an important part of how he's been able to be fit this season was back in March. He actually went out to, was it Qatar? I think it was Qatar. Somewhere, or to Dubai. A warm weather training camp for 2 weeks with some new physios, with a head physio from United. And they kind of went out there and they did loads of like holistic tests and diagnosis. And they realised that they wanted to strengthen the muscles in his right leg to bring them up to the same strength as muscle in his left leg, so to get rid of imbalance. And that was a consequence of the old leg break and maybe the imbalance that's always existed there since. So he did that, then came to the preseason, has been fit, and he started every single game this season. He's already played, I think, twice as many minutes this season as he did last season. That's how much he was out last season. I just wanted to get your take on Luke Shaw. Like, from a cynical perspective, is Shaw buoyed by the idea of getting back into the England squad? Yeah. I think so. In the same way I think Casemiro is buoyed by being in the Brazil squad for his last World Cup in his career. Do I think that's necessarily a bad thing? No. Because I think it probably benefits United in that sense. Do I think it changes my... Well, I suppose we're not really talking about a long-term outlook with Luke Shaw anymore, are we? Like, someone down there saying, like, you don't think that's been the issue the entire time, on and off. Like, it may well have been. Like, you know, I've gone through rehab. Anybody who's gone through a big injury will know that A, you lose muscle, you get muscle wastage in the leg, ankle, wherever that's injured because you can't use it. So therefore, naturally, you're going to have muscle wastage. Then your other leg's going to increase in strength because it's compensating for the other one that's weaker. So then you're going to create an imbalance. And if you don't work, and that's what rehab is, if you don't work to then bring the injured leg and that situation back up to where it was before, you're probably always going to have a little bit of an imbalance. And in footballers, or elite sportsmen, maybe that can lead to more injuries. Maybe that's been an underlying issue. And let's be totally honest, right? Our medical department, we all know how crap it's been for a long time. No, and that's not really got anything to do with Luke Shaw. Like, was it Gary O'Driscoll? We brought in Gary O'Driscoll from Arsenal. We've head up and thought he was a good idea, and then he got promptly sacked like 6-7 months later. Like, United's medical department has not been cutting edge for a long ass time. Carrington, the facilities are significantly better this season because of the upgrades. And maybe that imbalance has been part of it the whole time with Luke Shaw. Look, congratulations to him for actually staying fit. And I hope it continues all season. Mick, I don't know why you're calling it a silly conspiracy theory. We're not talking about conspiracy theories here, mate. We're talking about someone's fitness, injuries, and programs that he's been on to try and help something change. And something has changed this season. Lozo, like, you're saying that Shaw deserves more credit. I don't think... I kind of put Luke Shaw in the same category as Phil Jones. I don't think Phil Jones was ever actively trying to get injured. Like, his body was just working against him. I think Shaw's body's been working against... I don't think he's going home, like, walloping a Big Mac meal and then watching... I don't know, binge watching something instead of training. Maybe. I don't think he is. I really want to bloody see him playing at left wing back right now because Martinez is back and we just don't have a solution that's working at left wing back. It doesn't change my opinion on what I think should be happening next season. You know what I thought should be happening this season. And if I got my own way, then we would have been even weaker down that left-hand side. So maybe I was wrong in that sense. It would be the first time. Don't actually know how long is left on his contract. Is it 2 years? I think it might be. Josh coming in, being a Debbie Downer. Isn't staying fit the bare minimum we should expect from a professional footballer? Yeah. Of course it is. It's so frustrating. That's what I mean. I can't really have a conversation about Luke Shaw without just kind of just getting pissed off and annoyed. If I'm being totally honest. It's like, he joined in 2014. And like, if you go down and look at this article from Andy Mitten, you can see that it's got a breakdown of like how many games he's played each season. You see here. First season, 1,300 minutes. He didn't play more than 1,300 minutes for his first 4 seasons at the club. And was that 2018-19? Was that Ollie? I think that was Ollie. And look, those 5 seasons were when, well, Luke Shaw was there. And that's when he signed that contract. What year did he sign that contract? Was that the year that Rashford got 30? Was that the year that I think it might have been. So was it that one? 22, 23? Like, someone down there saying Shaw doesn't want to get forward, not dynamic enough. We saw this against Everton. If I'm being completely honest, it's down to position. Right? It's down to his position. He's playing left centre-back. I would just... like to think that in that game state, and this is what Gary Neville was having a go at him for, in that game state, you still got 2 bloody defenders behind you. Like, you don't need 3 at the back. They're only playing with 10. They're not really going forwards. Just overlap. Is that under 10? Was that Ten Hag? That one? 22, 23. I can't remember. Yeah, but that Rashford season, wasn't it? I swear it was. Either way, look, see what I'm saying there. He's already played twice as many minutes as he did last season. He's already made nearly 3 times as many bloody starts. That's mad. Bonkers. It doesn't change the fact that I think United should be moving him on. But right now, he's an important part of this team. And to his credit, he was pretty damn good against Crystal Palace. Let me see what you're saying down there. Sam, you're saying, I think when Shaw and Dalot are playing, then in some game states, Dalot should invert into midfield. Inverted Dalot in midfield, that's just going to give me Ten Hag nightmares, that is, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, I know you're right. Like, Shaw's the past, not the future. It's nice to see that he's actually impacting United in a good way in certain games. And in other games, like the Everton game, like the City game, passing by. But I want to focus on that point there. From Andy Mitten's article, saying that United's dressing room is in a better place than it was a year ago. Now, I don't find that too hard to believe. At all. The bomb squad, as it was called. But the players who left the club who didn't really want to be anything to do with the club. The new Carrington. Like, United have had such a stuttering season. But I really do think that the dressing room will be in a better place than it was last season. I'm not just saying that because of that. And I kind of want to run through this little interview with, I'll play a little clip. Ahmad and Mbeumo sat down, spoke with Sky Sports. And I want to run through a couple of things that they said. Siegs is saying getting rid of Sancho would have helped that. Well, that's not bloody hard, is it? Odie's saying, just want to say how generous this community is. Big up, man. That's a nice little super chat. It really is. It is the best community in the world. The best United community in the world. MN2K. Sam, you need to have one of those little Christmas mini train things running around the studio during the live show. Mate, I had one of those when I was a kid. I remember building it on like the whole bottom floor of Mum and Dad's house. I don't know why they weren't. More annoyed me, really. I remember, what they called, like Hornby? The little, like, I remember going with my dad to a shop once. I think I got one for Christmas. The little, like, locomotives that you put at the front and it pulls it all. Yeah, I built a big one. They're great. But yeah, we should get one, build around the entire house. Anyway, random. Take away. Ahmad and Mbeumo, right? I just want to run through 2 things that he said. And this is, as I said, speaking to Sky Sports, this is what Ahmad said.
I think we are a different team now. We know this season is different than last season. We play 1 week a game, so we have to try to do better every game. And the mindset is positive in the dressing room. We are a different team. So Bruno is a leader, Maguire, everyone, even Brian. So I think the energy is positive. Honestly, is much better than last season. And like I say, we want to do better every game, and I promise we will do better every game. I think we are different team now.
Once is enough, Ahmad. Calm down. Anyway, that's just Ahmad speaking about how he feels United are a better team. And it was this quote here which stood out to me. He was speaking about the season so far. You can see it in the top right, but I'll read it out to you. He said, we're making a lot of progress. The mindset has changed compared to last season. We're no longer defeatist. And we think we can win every match. We're not satisfied with our current standing. But it's that bit there that he spoke about. Like, Odie, mate, like, calm down. Right? Calm down in the chat. For real. I still think that this sort of mentality is still there, man. I think it definitely is. Like game states, for example, Spurs. Man United were 1-0 up in that game. And for sure, in that second half, their mentality was, do not concede, do not concede, do not concede. Rather than go and score the second, go and score the third. Like we've said this so much, man. So if you're looking at games like Forest, probably wouldn't. Oh, look, we were 2-0 up there. We should have won that game. But at the very least, 1-0 up, 2-1 down. Then we got the equaliser. Forest, we came from behind and we got a form of a result from a losing position. I suppose the same at Spurs, same against Crystal Palace. So I'd say that it's not that United are no longer defeated. United are no longer sort of down and out of games in ways that they were before. Like Silva, that's kind of how I agree there. He's saying, I think the mentality has gotten better, but I don't think it's there yet. And especially in games where we are expected to win a game of football. What would you actually, just a random question here, okay? What would you say is, mentally, the toughest game for United right now? Is it a game where we're expected to win? Is it a game where we're heavy underdogs? Is it a game where we're 1-0 down already? Or is it a game where we're 2-0 up? Like, what would you say is like the hardest game state for United at this moment in time? David's getting angry. Very slow and pointless show this morning. I'm struggling to stay with it. David, you see a little cross in the corner, mate? Just go over there. You close it. Vamos. See ya. I just want to let you know I'm just not enjoying it. So I just thought I'd leave a chat, all right? So next time you speed it up because I'm not enjoying it. Anti's saying that mentality will never leave until we no longer have players like Shaw, Maguire and Bruno. The legacy players? Oh, you mean players who have been scarred by that previously? I think I get what you mean there. Stevie's saying leading 1-0. A game where we have majority of possession. Games at home they're expected to win but fall behind. For sure, that's a bad one. Wolves, we're not playing Wolves. No, we are playing Wolves at home. Playing Wolves twice in like 10 days or something, isn't it? Something like that. 1-0 is the worst. For me, it's games like Everton at home. It's games like West Ham at home. Where you go in like, you don't want to go in there like full of complacency. Right? But United should be winning. United really, really should be winning that game. They really don't deal well with expectation. So while I think there's some truth in that, I don't think we're as defeatist. By the way, just hearing that. So Man United were defeatist before. Like sometimes they went into games thinking, oh, bloody hell, we've lost this. Oh, God, we're not going to win this. Just do the job against West Ham, lads. You haven't got to be spectacular to beat West Ham. It's not complacency. It's just knowing your own strengths, knowing your own qualities, and just delivering. Just being professional. That's all. That's all it needs to be on Thursday night. Professional. Exactly like that game against Sunderland. And that game against Sunderland, by the way, was, let's be totally honest, we all went into that going, oh, mate, Sunderland were like high-flying Sunderland at that point in time. This and that. And we kind of held them at arm's length. And it was a routine 2-0 win. No one's going to go back to that Sunderland game at the end of the season and go, oh, man, you remember that Sunderland game? Not really, because it was just a game where United were just in control. Not really overstretched. 1-0, let's get a second. Calm. That's what that game was. That's exactly what United need to do in those situations, in those games. And that's what has to happen against West Ham. So while I think there's some truth in the idea that we're a little bit less defeatist, just being professional is something that this team really, really struggles with. Let me see what you're saying down here in the chat. Not overconfident, says Staffo. Pure and utter fear of slipping up and ending up crumbling. Hey, it's not even just that. It's in game states where United have a 1-goal lead. Although we didn't do this against Brighton. That's what I mean. Like there's every argument you've got about Manchester United, whether it's positive or negative, I guarantee you there's examples of the opposite this season. Oh yeah, United are like getting their mentality back. Hey, I'll show you the Everton game. Oh, United, like we're just not that good. Like, yeah, we came from 1-0 down to win 2-1 away at Crystal Palace, but we haven't in 5 years. It's really annoying. There are just examples at every single extreme for United this season, both good and bad. So you just don't know which one's coming. We've got 750 votes are in, by the way, and 62% of you saying delict. So I'll leave that there because someone's asking, did the poll remove the pin message? If it did, I've just closed the poll and the pin message should be back there. And in terms of like a reflective mood of Manchester United, remember last season they cancelled the Christmas party? Yeah, it did not feel good. Manchester United last December. What was it? Amorim came in. I don't know when. It was in November at some point. And that was when all the cuts were happening, redundancies. Then the Christmas bash got cancelled. So it's good to see that it's coming back this season, as it should, because it makes a difference. I'll tell you what's happening. I'm really looking forward to this. Doing the UPTV Christmas party in Manchester, not this weekend, the weekend after. And there's going to be more people there, more than double the amount of people there than were at the last one. And it's going to be cool to, because we, like in the modern world, the ability to work remotely now exists far, far more than it did a few years ago. So sometimes you don't get to meet the people that you were like. All the team that works behind the scenes, we're on like designs and social media stuff. We're all working on United People's TV stuff, but rarely get to see each other. So to go and have a Christmas party is going to be awesome. I can't wait for it. It's going to be class. I think it's a good thing that United have got this back because United, I think, are in a better position than they were last year, right? In terms of what's going on behind the scenes. On the pitch, I think we're in a better position. But I still don't trust this team. Christian, you're saying that's the Premier League. You just explained, Sam. It's not just a United thing. Now, that's something I would actually agree on this year. Like previously, whenever you see United stumbling here and then being good the week after and blah, 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 you think, well, just look at Liverpool. Just look at City. Just look at Arsenal. They're just like bang, bang, bang every single week. Arsenal aside, there is no team that isn't stuttering this season. Every other team in the Premier League. City last night nearly went 5-1 to 5-5. Nearly. That would have been funny. But that's allowing United to stay absolutely in the hunt for even a second place finish. Let's be totally honest. Top 4 is absolutely on this season. All we need to do is just string. It's easier said than done. String 5 wins together. Come on, lads. Anyway, let's move on. Of course, Bruno was named player of the match week. Can't not be annoyed that he's playing deeper. But even from a deeper position, he's influencing games. If I'm looking at this West Ham midfield, who was it? Potts. Thomas Susek was on the bench. Who else is in midfield? Mateus Fernandes. He's actually a decent enough player. Right. DJU saying, Sam, if you need a DJ for your Christmas party, let me know. I'm here. It will be fun. Tell you a little fun fact about me. I love DJing. I've been learning to do it for a long time. It's actually my hobby. I've got some decks set up now. Maybe at some point we'll do a little live set. That'd be fun. I did think about that before. Randomly, I thought, like, wouldn't it be cool? Like, I don't know whether we do it for the first UPTV show, but I'll do a set at the end of it. Depends what sort of music you like. If you don't like my music, you can get. No, I'm joking. But yeah, Mr. Played out of position is still top of the bloody Premier League assist table. He's mad. He's mad. It's just ridiculous, his influence. But it's also frustrating when you got a midfield of Bruno and Casemiro. Let's be honest. The Rig saying, looking forward to your Boiler Room set. Man, I love Boiler Rooms. If you've never watched Boiler Room sets, well, first of all, you're missing out. Second of all, it's just the most fun thing in the world. There's like old school ones. There's an artist called Maceo Plex. This is a really random segue. But it does a Boiler Room set, and then you just follow the characters around. You just watch it for like an hour. You're listening to the set, but you're also watching what people do. There's some crazy people in there. Right, let's move on. Yuv, you're enjoying the Christmas tree and the decorations. Look at that, man. We've got the 5 Cantonars. We've got Fergie. We've got Festive Fergie. We've got some sort of Cantonar porn box. A Christmas sign. Christmas lights. All the good stuff. Anyway, let's move on to the last couple of things before we go into the third edition of the quiz. Who's going to be winning what today? If you want to get involved in the quiz, by the way, the link is pinned to the chat. You just click that. You'll need to obviously open it on a device. So if you're watching on the laptop, you can use your phone. Or if you're on your phone and you've got YouTube Premium, you'll be able to still hear the stream in the background whilst playing on it. But if you don't have YouTube Premium and you've only got your phone, you'll have to, I suppose, close the stream. I mean, you can still play. You won't be able to hear me running through it, but you can still play on it. Right. The latest from the Daily Mail, just on the Casemiro and Maguire situations. Apparently nothing's changed. I've already done a video on what I thought should happen. Am I backtracking from it? I still really do feel that Manchester United could really reinvest their wages in a better long-term strategy for the football club. But maybe I'm underestimating the positive influence and impact they have in the dressing room and the bits that I can't see. And if that is the case, the same thing would probably... I'm not sure whether you get Maguire on a more than the 50% wage cut. I don't think it would need to be as much as Casemiro's. But yeah, they both definitely got to take substantial wage cuts and, in my opinion, only have a 1-year rolling contract. Right? Apparently you can do it without premium. That's right. If you can do it without premium, people can figure it out. Maguire's our best defender right now. I mean, Delict says hi. And moving on, it's a little bit random. This I wasn't really surprised. I was surprised to hear. So this is coming from The Athletic, saying that as it stands, Rashford leaving Barca is the most probable scenario, which I didn't think that was going to be the case. I swear is he top assists in La Liga? I think he is. Well, he was, anyway. I don't know whether that's still the case after the latest results. But I wasn't expecting that. I mean, if he does not stay at Barca, does that mean that United could then sell him for more than the 30 million euros clause that they have? Maybe. Like Gabe, you're saying that good news, we'll be able to sell him for more. I personally think it would force United into a very, very similar situation to before, where we've got hugely inflated wages and no one's really willing to pay them. Like Nick, you're saying, is it a wage issue? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Paul's the Barca correspondent for The Athletic. It's interesting. It's interesting to watch. Someone's saying that PSG should take him. PSG would have him. Lads, have you seen PSG in these last couple of years? They very much got to where they got to. You could argue that Kvaratskhelia was an absolutely established name, but like, does Ardua come? I suppose Dembele was. Who am I kidding? Maybe. Either way, that surprised me. So one to watch. I don't think you can. Well, you could terminate his contract, but you would pay a hell of a lot of money to terminate said contract. But right, ladies and gents, I just made a weird noise. You know what time it is? Yeah, boy. I'm dropping the quiz link again down there because it's quiz time, baby. Edition number 3. Why is it not quite? You can't really quite see that. Well, you can a little bit. Why is it going like over full screen? Anyway, doesn't matter. Right? Get involved. The quiz, if you don't know the rules, let me explain them. 5 questions. Fastest finger first on each question. Whoever tops the leaderboard at the end wins a prize. I think today's prize is a Cantona Christmas jumper. I think so. We've already given away 2 posters, and I've shown you the photo earlier. We've got a lot more posters to give away. And, by the way, tomorrow, we're going to have the PS5 raffle announced. It's going to be £1 per ticket. Someone's going to win it. And 100% of ticket proceeds are going to Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital. So it's our way of, as a community, of being able to give something this Christmas. And then one of you will win a PS5 that United People's TV will buy. So 100% of ticket sales from the raffle are all going to charity. Now let's get involved with the quiz. And let's get a new song on here. I fancy going for this one. Anyone like Tetris? I do. Come on. Tetris, man. Everyone loves Tetris. That's such a random song. Should we start the quiz? Yeah, come on then. Right. Let's see who's involved. Right. There's plenty of you involved down here. This is such a random song. I might turn this one off. Answer quickly to get more points. Name the leading all-time goal scorer for United. That song's a bit annoying, actually. Right, we've got Giggs, Charlton, Rooney, or Law. Come on, people. Come on, people. It's Charlton. No, of course it's Rooney. Not yet, of you. Five of you went for Law. Wow, 5 of you got it wrong. Right. It's not loading for you, Sam. I have no idea why there. It's loading for everyone else. But Mikey. Mikey, Vroom, and Ruman, Brian, Mad Dog. Some close ones, but Mikey just first. I like how close it is. How many points you can get. Right. That's what I mean. Like, fastest finger first. It really does make a difference. Right. You ready for the second question? Let's go. Which United player was meant to turn on the Christmas lights in Altrincham, but didn't? Was it Bruno, De Ligt, Cunha, or Maguire? I need like the countdown music. Just need to get Rachel Riley on. Or Carol Vorderman. Or both. Cunha. Of course it was Cunha. Of course he was injured. Right. Who got that one right? I mean, you all got it right. Who got it right fastest? Mate, Mikey's. He's like, I'm bloody winning this quiz this week. Jomps flew up into second. Mikey's still top, though. We've got a runaway leader here, people. Although the 5th question, it might make it difficult. Right, question number 3. All right. I wonder how many players we can get by the end of it. So we've got 150 players now. Let's see if by like the biggest quiz, if we can get over like 300 players playing at once. How cool would that be? Right, next question. From which club did United sign Patrick Dorgu last January? Good question, that one. Roma, Lecce, Atalanta, or Bologna? Yeah, Rachel Riley is a United supporter. Everyone likes a bit of countdown, don't they? It's a good show. Maybe it's a show my age again. Right, it was. Well done. One of you said Roma. Who was it? Who was it? Someone down there. 114 if you got it right. It was Lecce. Who is top of the leaderboard? Oh, Ahmed. That's a good one there from Ahmed. Is he flown up? Oh, jeez. It's so tight. Ahmed's top of the leaderboard. Mikey, you've been usurped. Aaron's there in 3rd place. Vroom, you're not too far off. Judzy and Brian. It's close. It's close. We've got 2 questions left, and it's tense. It's tense up in here. All right? You ready for this one? Question number 4. In 99, United had to win their final Premier League home game to win the league. Who did they beat? Newcastle, Liverpool, Arsenal, or Spurs? And it was it Cole who chipped the keeper? I think it was. And I think the game was 2-0. And it was at Old Trafford. And it was Spurs. Caught some of you out there. It was Spurs. We played Newcastle in the FA Cup final. And Scholes scored. Was it just Scholes? I can't remember who else scored in that game. Anyway, it was Spurs. He's tight. Who got it right? Who got it right? Aaron got it right. Jersey got it right. Who was first? Oh, that caught some people out. Aaron. Oh, I'll tell you what. I think Aaron's taking the lead there. Oh, convincing. He's gone. He's completely gone. Mikey. Usurped. Right. We ready for this? Because you know what time it is now, ladies and gents. You know what time it is. Yeah, we're never changing the dramatic music. Going into the final question. Are you ready for this? You got to read the question before answering. I never used to do that in school. That's why I failed exams. Anyway, last one. Since 1992 to 93, how many players have played for both United and West Ham during their career? 15, 11, 17, or 20? It's a tough one, and I know you're not going to know it, but who's got the right answer? It was 17! Only 17 got it right! Woo! Woo! That was dramatic. Right, what's that done to the leaderboard? Who got it right? Who got it wrong? So many of the leaders got it wrong. Oh, no! Out of nowhere, Big L comes in and slams it. Big L, great rapper, by the way. Anyway, congratulations to Big L. Caught everybody off guard. Caught everybody off guard. Woo! Congrats, sir. Right, can you get in touch with Alex on, now name them. Jeez. What was it, 11? Oh, I thought that would be here all day. Congrats, dude. Bloody hell, you got me thinking about it now. Rio? Wan-Bissaka? No. Right, we're going to be here all day if I do that. Congrats. These are fun, aren't they? It's annoying me that it's not quite fitting on the screen. I might try and fix that for the next quiz. But anyway, congratulations to Big L, right? And Brian. It's a tough one to take there. It's a tough one to take. Mikey, you go back to the drawing board. You think. All right, you have a think. You have a good think. Congrats, everyone. That was good fun. That's 3 quizzes down and plenty more to go. Now, I'm so sorry for how boring that and slow that show was. I saw someone down there saying, oh, Sam is just being so rude to his live chat for no reason. No, I'm going to call out people who are being rude to me. It's very much, you bat to me, I'll return it, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with returning. Richard saying it didn't give me enough time to enter a quiz name. Well, 187 people managed to do it, Rich. So, I think you were just a little bit too slow. But next time, you got it tomorrow. There's another one tomorrow. Don't worry, there's loads more quizzes. Right. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Lunchtime video today. It's going to be on the West Ham starting 11, I think. Because the game's tomorrow. Josh, to be fair, Sam, you are rude sometimes. Yeah, I am sometimes. Oh well. Don't mean to be. But I am. We'll move on. Some of you are rude sometimes. Call it evens. Take it easy, everyone.